So I'd like to call this meeting of the Southern Berkshire Regional School District School Committee meeting 1,690 to order. And we're going to go into executive session right off the bat, so I need somebody to read that, if you would, please.
I'll read it.
Thank you,
Is that okay?
Yep, it certainly is.
Okay. I move to enter into executive session pursuant to MGL Chapter 30A, Section 21A, 1, to discuss the reputation, character, physical condition, or mental health, rather than professional competence of an individual, or to discuss the discipline or dismissal of, or complaints or charges brought against the committee in regard to an open meeting or complaint from Marie Kamen dated September 10, 2025, and pursuant to MGL Chapter 38, Section 21A, 3, to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining from Unit A. If an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining position of the public body, and the chair so declares, and to return to open session.
I second. Do I have to second?
Someone has.
I second.
Okay, roll call vote?
No. This motion, we have to have discussion. You have to allow for discussion.
Okay.
Oh,
And I have, if no one else does.
Go ahead.
I have several points. One, those should be, even though I made it as one motion, they should be two motions, because there may be an objection to one and not to the other. And my objection to the first part is, unless someone can answer this question, who is the complaint against? It's not clear from the document we received.
It isn't?
It is the committee in general, and I understand.
Yeah.
You can't go into executive session against the group. The law specifically says it.
Well, it's against the chair and myself.
That would be okay. It can't be the group. Because the law says, it specifically says individual, and the sanctions are also applied to individuals. And here's why it's important. If I were a subject of that complaint, I would move, which could not be denied. I'm allowed to, the complaint against me to be heard in open session. You have that right, Arthur has that right. But if it's the full committee, it's an improper executive session. And the law is very, very specific on that. Let me just read it so it's part of the record. To discuss the this is section 1 of 21A. To discuss the reputation, character, physical condition, or mental health rather than professional competence of an individual, or discuss the discipline or dismissal of complaints or charges against a public officer, singular, employee, staff member, or individual. The person who did this motion, and it could have been done on consultation with district council, inserted the committee. It's improper. And in my view, you open yourself up to another open meeting law violation. I think you can do it. Plus, I mean, as a side, we're required to get 48 hours notice. We didn't.
Who didn't?
When was the complaint sent?
September 10th it was here.
No, when was it sent to us?
It was right after we...
It was?
Oh, well, it's sent to the committee?
Yeah.
Oh, it was not sent to the committee until we spoke with legal counsel, so it was sent today to you guys because it was...
The law requires 48 hours. Notice to anybody who is the subject of the complaint.
so right now we're listed as subject of the complaint because it says committee, right? Even though we're not technically the
I
subject.
am the subject of the complaint, and Art is the subject of the complaint.
If you want to waive your 40, if you two are the only people that we're going into executive session for. You can do that, and if you want to waive the 48 hours notice, you may.
They were given
Received
notice, they received notice
September 10th.
on September 10th. He handed it to the committee on September 10th.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
Oh,
she
right,
did, she
right.
did.
It was
Yeah.
handed.
It was
The
Physically
appointment
handed.
I don't think
was
it was- I
handed
think
to
it was
Art
Zoom.
on September 10th.
Oh, okay. So I might have been zooming and didn't get it.
You
Question,
might have been in your Mustang,
In my what?
your car, sorry, your Beamer. You might
When
have
it
been by
broke
the
down.
side of the road.
Oh, that's.
Oh, that
No,
is
that's
the
when
day
it
that
drove
that
over.
happened,
Broke
right.
down.
no, I think the dog, yeah.
Oh, okay, it was the dog, it was the dog, the dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Question,
Okay.
can I?
Yep.
So Art and Michelle could actually waive executive session to bring this forward publicly if they chose to.
Or we can have executive
We have the
session first.
attorney.
No, I'm just saying,
As long as it's clear on the record that the full committee is not the subject of this executive session, then I'm okay with it. Then I will withdraw my objection. As long as it is clear on the record and is reflected in the minutes.
It's just us, Tom.
Pardon me?
It's just us.
Okay, that's all I have to say for now.
Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else have any more discussion?
Shall we get on to it? No?
voting, yes, we gotta vote for it.
You gotta vote first. Julie, we're going into executive session.
Move to approve the minutes.
Second.
Discussion?
Art,
Yep. Go ahead.
on August 13th, under the John Franzioni part, there's just a really small typo on the second sentence where it says, "He interested in the position." I'm sure it should read, "He is interested in the position." So that's easy. And then, at the end of those minutes, when we go into executive session, that was what I was.
Recording in progress.
At the end of the executive session, that's where I was saying somewhere in there, I think after motion carried, that it should say, "At such and such a time, the committee entered executive session," so that we show a time for the meeting. That meeting in particular was very long, and the minutes do not reflect that at all. You know, it just ends where executive session, where we don't return to open. And from what we just heard previously about minutes, I think we need to add a time there. It had to have been at least 7:30 or 8 o'clock, and we started at like 3 that day, so it was a long day.
Carl?
We can't just make up a time. If it's not recorded, we can't add it because,
It's recorded.
It's,
You
re-
do?
it's,
Well, no, it would be
Executive
when
session
we,
isn't recorded, but the meeting is recorded.
no, I know the meeting is recorded, but if we, but Julie's suggestion
you
that we
can
just,
figure,
that
when
we,
you're looking at a Zoom recording, you can look at the time lapse on Zoom and know you started at 3:05 and add 4 hours and 12 minutes or something.
Are you
Figure
asking-
out approximately what time that open meeting ended.
except for we can't do a clock, so.
well, but unless you have a suggestion about indicating the opening time and the closing time, we can't, as we sit here now, we can't do it.
The opening time I can change, it's the closing time I have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't mean the closing time of executive session, I meant the closing time for the open meeting portion.
Oh, yeah, then I can do that, that's fine.
That, yeah. I mean, you know, because it says we go into executive session and we're not returning. So somewhere at the end of that, it could say, the committee left open session at 6:20.
That
and
would
it
be
could
on
just have a
Eagle.
time.
That would
That's
be
all.
on that.
Yeah. It'll
The owl,
be,
whatever bird that is.
Perfect.
And it was suggested, it's not rocket science, but it doesn't feel complete.
I think there was a misunderstanding that you were saying executive session.
Oh, okay. No. I know we can't put the end of the time of the executive session. I meant the time we left open meeting and went into it would just go after the vote on executive session, because that's when we leave open session.
Okay, anybody else? Seeing none? Julie?
Yes?
Miguel?
Yes.
Nancy?
Yes?
Jim?
Yes.
Bonnie?
Yes.
Carl?
Yes.
Kim?
Yes.
Arthur, yes. Okay. Receipt of correspondence. Do we have any correspondence? Nope.
No.
Are we voting on the
Are we
August 28th
28th
meetings, or are we voting on both at the same time? Excuse me.
Yeah, there's more than one set of meetings.
There's a whole bunch of them.
Then we should vote on each one separately.
Want to take the 13th first?
Move to approve the minutes of August 28th.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Seeing none? Julie?
Yes?
Miguel?
Yes.
Nancy?
Yes?
Jim?
Yes.
Bonnie?
Yes.
Carl?
Yes.
Kim?
Yes.
Arthur, yes.
That was it, right?
That's it, right?
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Student representative, Jesse, is there any student representative or spotlight?
We don't have the student rep, we're close. I mean, they've done elections and they're just planning on the schedule of who's gonna come to which meetings. So I would anticipate that they'll be here for the, next meeting.
Okay. And no student spotlight either. Okay, public comment. Seeing none? Business managers report. Approval of the warrants?
Yes, I'm asking for the approval of the warrants. And you'll see that in your packet, as promised, we've added a narrative and some additional documents with fund balances. One says school committee budget report, and then we have the grants management report. I don't know if you want me to read this document out loud, or if you want to just take a look at it. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I move to approve the warrants.
You okay?
See ya. I know.
Sounds terrible. Do we have some questions?
Yeah. Do we have a second? I didn't hear a second.
I didn't hear one either.
Nancy?
Can you explain the, grant issues or the grant problems here?
Well, isn't the grant vote a separate vote?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay, I'm on the wrong page. Thank you, Michelle.
Ready to go.
Right now, I'd like to vote to table it, or is there something I have to do? Because, it's not quite finished in here, the way it should be represented, so. Okay, I would like to make the motion to table this to next school committee meeting. So that, because right now, there's some things in there that needs to be shown in a different aspect.
I'll second that motion.
Julie? Oh, sorry. My bad.
Go ahead, Julie.
Yeah, I agree. I appreciate, Kim, that you want to table that, and I just would like to add on to that, if with these new formats, the new financial ways that things are coming back, I would really like if we could have a finance committee meeting before that, so we could roll up our sleeves and understand exactly what we're looking at. And I think that that would go a long way if the finance committee is feeling comfortable and understanding that, and then sharing their thoughts on it with the full committee, and that may or may not have strengths in that area or want to dive into the details of that. They'll know at least a few people have.
I agree with her.
Yep.
And I also think that for a lot of people that are just looking at there should be some kind of narratives added to it so they do understand what they're looking at with the positives and the negatives and how it is working, so that it's easier to go through. So, and we can also, instead of getting this an hour before a meeting or whatever, be able to answer questions on it. Say, when somebody says, hey, why is this? We can answer questions because we're familiar with it.
Right, I agree. And then if questions come up at for the finance subcommittee and we don't have answers, then Paul would have, another week before the next meeting to be able to get those answers. And it would feel much better, more transparent in terms of what we're doing. I looked at that and I'm like, what part of this is supposed to be the warrant and which part of this is
I
what?
know,
You know what
and
I mean?
it's confusing.
You know what I mean? A lot of it, and of course I was traveling today, so I didn't really have time to eat much, but I'm fine with that. And I agree, we definitely need more than a few hours.
Correct.
Yes.
I totally agree with you. So I'd like to make a motion to table this until Finance Committee can meet and review.
I'll second the motion.
Or, oh, wait, we got to do something, that first motion.
Yeah.
Withdraw your motion,
I withdraw my motion.
and I'll withdraw my second.
Yeah, so I think a question has come up from, is Paul allowed to ask a question?
Yep.
Jason?
Yeah,
I didn't realize the normal warrant report wasn't in.
yeah, there, it's missing information.
Oh, I can, okay, I can print, I have it right here on my
I
screen.
would rather,
I didn't know it was not in there like it usually is.
yeah. So why
It
don't we?
was last night.
Yeah. So, but for the budget and stuff like that, why don't we
Okay,
just
but would
table
you
it for
like
now?
to-
I think
Just
we're
the
going to need
warrants
that.
like usual? I can print
that'd be
this
great.
out and pass it.
We can do the warrant part,
Okay, I thought
right?
it was.
Yeah,
Yep.
that'd be great.
Yeah, though, it didn't seem like the warrant was even here.
Yeah.
It clearly
It's
isn't.
not.
I will print it out and we'll add that.
Are we under time
Okay.
constraints to approve
So
that
I
warrant
think,
tonight?
we need to make a motion to just say, time to do warrants and grant transfers, correct? Right? That's it?
Well, I think
First, we
need
gotta
to
table
approve-
this and take the vote.
We need
Okay.
to
One
approve the
vote at a
tabling
time.
of the budget report through July 1st to, I can get this out, September 30th, or whatever, September 30th.
Is that about right? A second.
Julie,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what the motion was.
to table this until the next school committee meeting.
I
Yes.
think that's October 16th,
It is.
Yes.
so table it until October
October
16th. With the Finance Committee meeting
Yes.
prior to
Prior.
that.
Correct.
Miguel,
Yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
Bonnie,
Yes.
Carl,
Yes.
Kim,
Yes.
Arthur, yes. Now, we can, are you gonna get us the?
Yep. I
Okay.
just want to make sure I can send it to the people up there also.
And we have grants?
No, that's all I have for you, Tim.
It's just warrants.
Warrants, it's just warrants, yeah.
Okay.
I have a request that when the Finance Committee meets, I'd like, or Paul, this may be for you, there were two big lumps of consulting, and I'd really like to have a better sense of what that is.
So, is the warrant in here?
It's
He's
not.
getting
I'm
it.
printing it out now, and I'm gonna bring it up, and I'm just
Okay.
saving it so I can send it to the people, and
Okay.
So maybe we should talked about coming back to the work.
Yep. We'll come back to it. Chairman's report. So I was not going to be here tonight because Massini Bus Company couldn't fulfill their contract. So they were in violation of their contract. So they, in essence, emailed Dufour Bus Company to try to fill the void, which I was, in talking with them, we agreed that I would do this because I didn't want to put the school district and our kids in harm's way, so with not having transportation. So I was actually going to Springfield tonight with the soccer team. So that got postponed, so we will be doing that again, but there's at least one other date that there's 2 trips that Dufour will be covering.
Okay, a couple of things. Does this put you in any dangerous conflict of interest?
Nope,
Okay, good.
because Dufour signs the contract. I don't get paid by Massini's, I get paid by Dufour. So it's strictly 2 different deals.
Okay. As long as, you're protected and then we're protected.
Yep.
And was it particularly, they're not fulfilling the part related to transportation of students for athletics?
Yep.
Just gonna point out, that's what they didn't bid on to begin with, but
So, here we are.
And is our attorney aware of this?
Yep. Our attorney is aware of it.
But,
Julie?
No, sorry, no question.
but as of now, it's been rectified with Dufour stepping in, so our kids
Correct.
are not being jeopardized.
Correct.
So they're still going to sports and stuff like that. It's just a different company, so we have subcontracting, basically.
Remember how you were not happy
And you know
about
why now.
exactly this area?
Yes, exactly this area.
Are we paying Dufour separately, or is this
No,
all coming?
Massini has to take that.
They have to
responsibility.
take
Massini
it. The
has to
funds of
take
that,
whatever
yeah.
it costs.
Okay.
We know that was covered in the contract.
And did they explain, or that's not our business?
That's not our business, as long as, I don't think so, because as long as they're covered,
That's all we need to know.
that's all,
Yeah.
as long as
Okay.
the school isn't jeopardized.
Okay, that's my chairman's report for tonight.
Good.
Super.
Joy and joy.
Superintendent's report.
I wanted to follow
You
up
can't
with,
handle much more joy, come
I wanted to follow up with this group. There were questions about the sign at the end of the driveway that were brought up at the last meeting. I talked to Sheffield Selectman Bob Kilmer, who has had a conversation with Ken Smith and has sent me the bylaws regarding the sign. I'm hoping to meet with Ken Smith before the next meeting to find out what the parameters could be if there were to be an opportunity to move the sign from a manual sign to something more electronic. There are some,
Plans?
well, I mean, just the question was brought up, so I'm just following up as part of it. I'd like to see if there are a couple of the bylaws that talk about flashing lights, which I would want to get some clarification from Mr. Smith on, as well as scrolling. So the bylaws state that there can't be any scrolling. I asked, what if you flashed up boys soccer home versus McCann 4:30? The next one flashed girls soccer versus somebody else later in the week. Bob wasn't sure if that would be considered scrolling, so I'm gonna, excuse me, try to dig in a little more and see if there are some opportunities for us to improve the sign, because I do think a manual sign that far away from the building is a challenge for us to keep up. We do have the technology that somebody at a desk here could update it on a more regular basis and could give more advertisement to what we're doing here for a passerby or two.
Also, just to add to that, that bylaw was written quite a long time ago, and the only way to light those, spread too much ambient light
Okay,
into the community.
okay.
And I know, Chris, you at one point had told me that there are new types of signage that do not involve as high a degree of light. I'm sure in the past, since I asked you this like 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, I'm sure there's
Probably
more
during COVID.
modern. More modern. No, so I think, I'm afraid that they'll be very quick to just roll back into, that's what the bylaw, but the purpose was all of that ambient light.
I mean, I will say, and Bob said I could share this, he was sympathetic, and he said, he understands that sending somebody to walk all the way down there just to reset when the technology exists for us to be able to broadcast more information quickly. And so he suggested that I meet with Mr. Smith, which I will, and
Good luck.
have some conversations potentially with the planning board. So we'll see. More to come on the 16th.
Zoning or something? Is he zoning or planning?
He's the planning
Planning,
board.
yeah.
And I think that it's really, at this point, I mean, we would have the special ed kids were always out there doing it. I mean, that's not long-range career threat.
Agreed. A couple other
Thank
items.
you.
Oh, sure, I'm sorry.
I just thank you
Oh,
for
you're welcome,
following.
of course,
Yeah.
of course. We had a with professional development yesterday. We spent a good deal of the time reviewing an evacuation drill. One of those circumstances where if it were to happen, where we would have to leave the campus entirely and relocate to the Berkshire school. It went swimmingly well. We got a lot of positive feedback from folks. We got some questions from folks about some of our processes and procedures, but overall, we did really well. We actually had our faculty who were on campus load buses on Berkshire School Road and actually leave it so that they could get into the muscle memory of if this were to really happen. We started it as a regular fire drill / evacuation drill. We all gathered in the parking lot in our assigned locations, and then we made the decision to send an evacuation. I want to share that Jonathan Dewar, our food service director, sent me a message that on Thursday, September 11th, Jason Dragonetti, a Board of Health agent, came on campus today for an unannounced inspection of our kitchen and serving areas, and he reported that they passed with flying colors. And I'll also share that I'm a little concerned that 6 weeks in, maybe not that much, 4 weeks in, I've started to gain some weight because of Connie Gott and her fabulous family and consumer science students who show up to my office with things ranging from sourdough bread to ribs and jerky. And I also got a cup of grapes with like a sweet and salty crystallized Kool-Aid sprinkle on top of them. So if I have to change suit sizes because I'm being fed so well, we're going to blame Connie. But in all seriousness, it really has been great.
I'm impressed.
Sourdough bread.
Wait till you have senior luncheon.
That's what I've heard. They've already started. The stock
Somebody's
is
mother
going.
Here, and Art, and somebody's mother, and they do a wonderful job.
That's my report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go back to the business manager's report, approval of the warrant.
Move to approve the warrant.
Second.
Are you all set, Julie? Is there any discussion?
I just pulled it up, sorry. I'm not used to doing Zoom. I'm usually in, like, oh, which screen am I on here? No, I'm fine. No questions.
Okay. Miguel, any questions?
Nope, I'm all set.
Anybody else? Seeing none? Julie?
Yes,
Miguel?
Yes.
Nancy?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Bonnie?
Yes.
Carl?
Yes.
Kim?
Yes.
Arthur, yes. Okay. Director of Curriculum Instruction and Professional Development. Sarah, thank you.
So we had an exciting week this week in my department. On Monday, a team from high school went to New View High School in Cambridge to kind of look at their model of studios and learn from them. They introduced us to Studio Sprints, which is a shorter studio, to more structure, to more open-ended studios. So we felt we learned a lot on that trip. And then on Tuesday, we had some of our elementary school teachers from New Marlboro came here to observe strong starts and morning meeting and goal setting in our first and second grade classrooms. And then on Wednesday morning, the teachers from here went over to New Marlboro to see the same thing there. And we had the opportunity to also attend a morning meeting. I get to talk to some of the students about their goals, and so a student in first grade was telling me that he chose to use kind words as his goal, and he was going to work on that throughout the day. And then we had our morning meeting with the whole school, and then on Wednesday, later in the day, Undermountain also had a whole school meeting, and at those meetings, the pre-K through fifth grade students here and pre-K through third shared their learning with all of their other classmates in the different grade levels. So it was fun to see. Pre-K was talking about learning kind of how to be a citizen in a school and interact properly with everybody else. They talked about math in the different grade levels. Kindergarten was learning about butterflies. So a lot of exchange between different educators and different students about what they were learning. So that was a lot of fun to be a part of that.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, that's what I have.
Any questions? Seeing none. Director of Student Services report, Sandy.
Hi,
Thank
good
you.
evening. I have a report in here for you toward the back. It's brief, but a few things that I wanted to share. One, just a reminder about the vaccination clinics. There's one here on Monday, 3 to 6. Please sign up. I went and got mine the other day at the doctor's. He said, please make sure you're getting your vaccines if you so choose, because there are some cases that are popping up out there. We are busily conducting our IEP meetings. Like last year, we started with the new IEP, and I love how it dovetails with what you were talking about related to Transcend. Students have their own goals and their own input to the IEP starting at age 3. You know, I never know what you're going to hear from a little one about what they want to do, but it's great to hear what they want to do and how that evolves over time. So that's been going wonderfully. I mentioned to you, I think last time, about the Southern Berkshire Care Coordination team, and we're a part of that again this year, and that communication that's happening between the pediatricians' offices and local health professionals has been terrific. It really helps us to enhance our ability to provide appropriate supports across settings to our students. Early childhood education enrollment remains steady in our pre-K programs. As a matter of fact, our programs are almost full. We do have some spaces available for those children that we know are going to be turning 3 who are receiving early intervention services. And they're using the Boston Public School pre-K program, and we're continuing to enhance what they're providing as far as early literacy and numeracy skills, and also social emotional development. Our screening process, which is held during June when we do the kindergarten and kindergarten screenings, really help us to decide what types of interventions are best for our kiddos. And those that haven't been screened yet are being screened shortly, so we're working that out. I just want to thank everybody for everything they're doing, and I do want to mention that for the 3rd year in a row, we're offering after-school care for our pre-K families here at Undermountain. There's a pre-K to 3 program at New Marlboro. They are very well intended. These programs have done nothing but grow. Those folks that run them really do a fantastic job, and I know it really benefits not only for children and families, but also all of us here for them to have that available to them. So that's what I have for tonight.
How long after the regular day does the pre-K aftercare program
It
is?
goes as long as the other aftercare programs till 5.
Really?
Yes.
That's very helpful for our community.
2:45 to 5, it's worked out really, really well.
And now with a granddaughter in pre-K, do you have parent and grandparent support for not being petri dishes for every disease that they
It's hard when they first enter in, right, when they're little.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
may be
A lot of
little, but they
touching.
have big personalities.
That's exactly right. There's-
And they spread very well for those of us who no longer have children in school.
Do our best to keep them safe, that's for sure. I know what you're talking about.
Julie, and then Carl.
Yeah, I too, I think it's great that there's an after-school for the pre-K. My question is, does the money for that, I'm assuming the parents have to pay a little extra for that program to be after school as they would for the Southern Berkshire Child Care Program? Is it like an extension of the child care program, or is it sponsored by the school district?
So, very good question. It is sponsored by the school district because there's different licensing for preschool aged children, because they're not school aged, so there's different licensing involved. So it is sponsored by the school district, and it is self-run,
Sustaining.
self-sustaining,
Self-sustaining, yes.
yeah, fiscally,
Yes.
okay?
Okay, great.
You can actually see
Super,
the
thank
numbers,
you.
I saw them in the report, you can even see the numbers in there, so.
Carl?
Sandy,
Yes.
in your written report, you note that vaccination clinics are scheduled for September 29th, next week.
Yes.
So there's going to be a follow-up question to this, but what happens at the vaccination clinic? What do we do?
So there's a
You
link,
show
it's on our
up.
website, you can find it there. It's the Southern Berkshire Healthcare Collaborative that does it, okay? So just like they've done in the past, you can sign up through the link that's provided on the website. It was also in my last report, I'm happy to send it to you. They are having all available vaccines, from what I understand. I know the new COVID vaccines are available, I know the new flu vaccine is available. I'm not sure, maybe R.S.D, I'm not 100% sure on that.
Okay, so the follow-up question is this. I hope my fellow members will forgive a tiny bit of editorializing here. Have you noticed, given the somewhat chaotic information, the nature of the information that everyone, that we are getting, and I don't mean we the school, but we the public in general, are getting about vaccinations, have you detected any noticeable or significant change in the response to vaccinations here in the district?
I can't speak to that confidently right now, but I would be happy to get some more information from our health services staff and just
Okay.
in general.
Yeah, thank
Okay?
you.
I can just tell you from when I registered, because I wanted to see what would happen. There were very few slots open, and I remember last year, there were loads of slots open.
Right, that's good news.
Yeah, so, and, you know, I mean, it's very apolitical in the way it's put up, and you just have to put your information. So even though I got my others elsewhere, I said I would do the flu one here.
Thank you.
So I have a off-topic thing. A couple of days ago, I was driving through South Egremont, and it was beginning of school, and a young mother, I'm assuming, was walking across the crosswalk with her child. Everyone stopped, and the child did her best imitation of the Queen, waving to
Nicely done.
and got flashing lights from everyone, including the tractor trailer. It was waving.
They are something.
So, happy to go to school, that's a nice thing.
I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any new business?
Indeed, on the back.
I'm back.
Okay, so we had a little hiccup at the last school committee meeting. We already have an ad hoc handbook review committee.
You're on
The
it.
original, Carl's on it.
Me's on
I'm on
it.
it, and Nancy. So,
And Amy.
The original one.
The
is
original
Oh,
one,
oh,
Amy
okay.
wasn't on the school
So,
committee then.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
is this the one from when Carl talked about the 2024 meeting, da-da-da-da-da?
Yeah, there's an ad hoc committee, we just never met yet.
So who's on it?
He just said.
Carl, me, Art, and Nancy. But some of us will gladly resign and give you guys who would like to be on it our positions because we have other things to do. And I'm not gonna mention any names, but I know one personally. Closely. I do.
so, I'm off, Kim's off,
I'm happy to stay on.
Okay.
so
I'm
you
happy
can,
to.
that's fine.
The look you're giving me, do you want me to get off?
Get off, Carl.
No,
Oh, okay.
Well,
well,
Actually, it'd probably be really good to have Carl still on it,
Yeah.
because
I agree.
You know
Yeah, I agree.
that.
that's what I was saying.
so who, last week, you don't have the list that,
I don't, but I know
Amy.
and Julie were both on.
And me.
and
And
Nancy.
So Nancy, you're
And
already on it.
Nancy. Yeah, it was just the three of us.
Okay,
Because we emailed and said, oh, we should meet, and then we never talked about a date, so we couldn't give a date to Michelle.
so,
'Cause we didn't-
now it's the four of
Three
you.
of us did,
Yeah.
yeah,
Now it's the four of you.
Nancy, Carl,
okay.
Amy, Julie, you
Yeah.
got it.
Because Art and I are resigning.
Okay.
So you guys can
Okay.
schedule a time that you want to meet.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll resend out, I can resend out an email to everybody.
And I still have to follow up, I haven't followed up with Josh to clarify the sections that are really editable and those that are
Right,
kind
and
of,
and the other question I have comes up with, I may be opening a can of worms here.
Let's go fishing.
Won't be the first time.
No, it has to do with also reviewing, it's reviewing both the student parent handbook, but also reviewing the school committee handbook.
Yep.
Okay, so those are both in there? Okay, great, awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So it's handbook for both handbooks.
Yes.
Correct.
yes.
Great, okay, thank you. Thank you.
And I just want to remind everyone that if you have any non-material changes, please get them to me by tomorrow so I can post the 25-26 handbook on the website.
I have nothing,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, there's just no,
Okay.
yeah. Maybe other people do, but I'm just saying. Yes, I'm perfect. You did not put that on me.
Quinn gotcha.
Ah.
Okay. I know Michelle's been in contact with Liz quite a bit over the last few days. I was in the beginning, but my time got away from me. So I don't know if there's some different options here of how we can proceed with the new superintendent search. Do we want to form another ad hoc superintendent search committee and then go from there? And,
Probably should.
Sort of like we did with the interim.
yep,
I think that worked well.
and then bring all the ideas back to the full school committee.
I'm comfortable with that, but then I was on the interim committee.
Well, I kind of like the one from every town.
I like
because
the one from every town a
everybody
lot.
got a thing, and it's not a long duration. It's not like it's gonna be there next year and the year after and stuff like that, so.
Yeah, no, I agree.
If it's
So,
one from every town, I'm on it.
Yeah,
You don't have to be if you don't want to.
No, I could do that.
I think your input's valuable, because, well, no, hear me out. You know, you have a background in education. You look things differently than, I look things more as a business person and a parent. You look things more as a psychologist and coming from the school system. Everybody has their different aspects
Right.
that adds that we look and have different questions.
Right.
And that's why I feel it's valuable that it's one person from each town to, you know, be able to express. So,
Good.
but just my train of thought.
So,
Carl?
No, I'm not wildly enthusiastic about being on it, but I will if you would.
You ready to have a handbook?
Yeah, actually. I'm okay with it if you really think it's valuable to have someone.
I
from
think,
the town.
honestly,
All right.
Carl, I think if there, I'm gonna step in on this if I
Go ahead.
Yeah, you know what, there are a couple of reasons that it's important. The big one being that you have towns feeling, because they're outlying towns from Sheffield, that feel that they're not being part of the conversation. And I believe that Alfred would like you to be there to put forth their
I
concerns.
think Alfred is one of those towns.
Yes, like New Marlboro.
No, I'm fine with it. You don't.
You'd be great, you'll be
No,
great.
well, thank you, but you don't have to convince me, and in view of the fact that we all have a limited number of words in a lifetime, well,
You do not
Carl,
have
Carl's limit,
I know I've used mine up already.
Oh, that's where he was going. That's where he was going. I was surprised.
was way beyond yours.
I was surprised.
I
and
just
I'm new
want
to
to
the
say,
table.
Carl's limit was twice of mine, and I'm a psychologist.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be silent.
You know, no, I'm on
And that doesn't
I'm
count.
on the debit side. It's okay with me.
So who's from Sheffield? The only town that
It was Art.
represented?
It was Art for the.
It was
Was that?
Arthur.
It's
As
gonna
the
stay
chair,
Art?
It's probably important that he be on it.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and yeah, Miguel, you can step in anytime.
I'm happy to represent Southfield on that and New Marlboro, so. if
Yeah,
you-
wait a minute. We're neighbors.
I
We're
am in Southfield, too.
neighbors. We live on the same road. It's a dirt road that, well, his part
Well,
is.
then, I get on. There you go.
Okay, we need
So we have Jim so far,
Nancy?
Nancy,
Nancy,
Arthur,
Art, Kim,
Kim?
Carl.
Carl.
So I have a question though. So is this an ad hoc to come back with ideas of what the search will be? Like,
Yep.
are you gonna open it to parents and community members?
Yes. It's
What
just the
other
first steps.
Municipal reps, are you bringing back those ideas? Is that what
Yes.
this committee is?
Yep,
Okay, perfect.
yep, the whole ball of
Okay.
wax.
All right.
Baby steps.
Yep,
No, that's fine. If there's an ad hoc 5 group here and then we reach out and get the others, that's
Yep.
perfect. As
That's
long as
it.
everybody feels their voice is heard because it's a big deal.
Exactly.
yep, that's the
Yeah,
goal.
that's all.
Parents, town
Okay, thank you.
people, staff.
Teachers.
Teachers.
Well, that's what I
Teachers
said,
for sure.
staff.
And people who are also parents as well as
Yeah.
staff and teachers.
As well as community
As
members.
members of the community.
Some of them check a lot of boxes.
That's right, exactly.
So I'd like to make somebody make a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to form the superintendent search ad hoc committee.
Second.
Anybody have any more
For the
questions?
purpose of,
For the purpose of the ground,
superintendent search.
for superintendent search and the groundwork, putting the parameters of the committee that will be searching for them together.
Well said.
And to bring that to the school full committee.
Committee. And the committee.
Did I get everything?
Any more questions? Julie?
yes.
Miguel?
Yes.
Nancy?
Yes.
Yes.
Jim? Bonnie?
Yes.
Carl? Kim?
Yes.
Arthur, yes. Okay,
I don't know if you had a second, so I'll second your motion.
I
I
don't
didn't
know.
hear it.
My motion kind of kept
It was
going.
Carl.
Carl.
It was
Oh,
Carl.
okay.
It was Carl.
But the motion was kind of long.
Of the limited words.
And quiet, too.
okay, vote to approve lateral movements on the Unit A salary schedule effective September 1st, 2025, and the list is in our packet.
So moved.
Second.
Anybody have any questions?
I have one.
Okay.
This is just from the point of view of the school committee, we just have a ministerial function here. These people are entitled to the lateral movement.
Correct.
Right.
This has been
They're all-
vetted.
Right.
They have been vetted and they are all qualified to move to the categories indicated.
Correct.
So we really can't say no.
I mean,
You could.
you
We
could,
No,
but,
but it would be improper for us to,
correct, but because it involves finance and because it
Right.
involves teachers' lateral movement,
okay.
for sure.
Yeah.
Formality to say yes.
Correct.
There is also in the new
Miguel?
contract, there's nothing,
Yeah,
Nancy?
yes.
oh,
Yes.
Jim?
yes.
Bonnie?
Yes.
Yes.
Kim?
Yes.
Arthur, yes.
And congratulations to the teachers.
That is true, yes, no
They're
question.
good in their moves.
True story. Well done, Julie, well done.
Yeah, we could.
Might as well.
I don't think we can. Yeah, it's not under unfinished business.
So,
We'll put it, it's gotta go there, under
Okay.
policy.
okay.
Is there any unfinished business?
Not to my knowledge.
I don't think so. Subcommittees, finance, you will be hearing from me in the very near future.
Okay.
Community relations,
We have an almost full newsletter. It will be
Nice.
full by tomorrow morning, and it's gonna be good. So far, everything that's come in is great, and thank you to everybody. Thank you, Sarah, Julie, Sandy, God. Yeah, no, it's good. I do have a future agenda item that did not get put on this, and that is, I'm sure I got lost, but one of the conversations that we had in the meeting, putting together
Oh,
the
right.
community relations, public school advocacy thing was, wanting to
Social
talk about
media.
presence of social
Yep.
media.
I'll make sure that gets on next time.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I also want to say that we have another meeting of the MASC Rural Schools Subcommittee regarding funding for rural schools. That's on Monday night. But there was, and unfortunately, I'm a doof because I was driving when I heard this, but there was somebody put on from Western Mass, put on one of the committees in Boston yesterday, that Desi put on for advocating for rural school funding. So
Awesome.
somebody needs to look that up because I happen to be listening to WGBH on my way back over.
Okay.
So, yeah, that was pretty exciting news. I was like stunned. Western Mass, Desi, rural aid. So, good news, all those letters, for anybody who's been signing the letters, dealing with the templates, it's working!
That's great.
I'd like to add a future agenda item too. I think we briefly discussed it about changing our public comment forum, that people have to be present to make public comment. And I think we need to get policy involved with that, correct?
Well, that's for a
because that's-
conversation.
We
That's a
can-
conversation.
We can put it on, yeah.
We'll just
we can-
put it
we'll
on
put it
for
for the
future,
agenda.
or put it
Yep.
on for future agenda.
Yep.
Yeah, future agenda.
I've noted both.
Policy.
Policy.
Well, we were scheduled to have a meeting on Tuesday, the 23rd. And then we lost a quorum right on the, at the 11th hour. And I won't name the person who broke the quorum, that's between him and him. And,
You have to do with his foot.
but we have another, we set up two meetings, and the next one is the 30th, it's coming Tuesday. And as of now, we have a quorum. I'll be less gentle if that quorum gets broken. That's it, that's my report, thank you.
okay. Personnel and negotiations,
We're at the point, did you get a Carl didn't get the message I sent out yesterday related to the minutes. Did you get it?
I didn't get anything from you.
No, you wouldn't have gotten it.
Okay.
It was just, because Michelle was involved at and it's, what was given to us are not minutes. So we will have to meet again once we have, if somebody can unearth those minutes, the material, the notes.
Wouldn't those be Julie's?
Julie, that's who I sent the note to.
Okay.
But Beth thought it was possible that Julie, I finally found a way to contact, that it might be in your,
I was
in
just gonna
some
say,
drawer
don't
in your office.
Don't you have Julie's notes?
I can look, I have some of Julie's files.
We
but
can-
I
we
have-
can
I was gonna
probably
say, I
find
know
them.
Paul
If
had
you
some
look,
at
yeah,
one point.
because they are, what we were given is not acceptable.
Okay, we'll look them.
And at that point, we would have to need to approve them. And that's it.
Superintendent Evaluation Subcommittee.
Not quite sure where to go with that one.
Yeah.
I guess we can meet, but I'm not quite sure parameters of what we should be doing with it, I guess.
I could, so it's
Yeah, we'll
basically.
probably have
yeah,
we'll have a
because you would need to
conversation.
sit
Right.
with Brian for him to establish
Goals
his
for
goals.
short term.
Exactly.
Okay. So, yeah, so maybe you and I will have a conversation about that, even though you're not on the committee.
Yes, we could
Okay.
definitely do that.
Oh, so that's where we're at on that.
Executive minutes, Carl?
Okay, well, since you're here, Michelle, can I make a request that and tell me if this is, if it seems overly burdensome, but at sometime next week, you could send me a list of the executive session minutes that have not been reviewed by the subcommittee.
She's got a running list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's got that for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so as soon as I get that, or within a reasonable few days after I get that, I will try to organize a meeting and hopefully, particularly in view of the earlier happenings in today's meeting, try to go through those and release those that can be released and indicate those that can't and why. So, thank you, Michelle. That's it for me.
Alrighty.
Do we
And-
need to add the ad hoc superintendent search?
Not yet.
to
Not
this
yet.
or no?
Not yet, nope.
I mean, that's what I mean for the next, to
Form.
the
Yeah.
next one,
Yeah,
yeah.
For the
going
next-
forward.
And
Yep.
then handbook review, we just talked about it.
Yep.
I'll get in touch with everybody.
Yep. Future agenda items we have.
I've got the two that were listed so far, is the question about social media and the question about public comment. Is there anything else that,
I have
Please.
We discussed this at our last meeting, and that is, we typically had a enrollment report,
Right.
indeed?
and we didn't today. So
Indeed.
if you could
You would-
note it for our next meeting.
No, it's not.
You had it the week prior.
Yes, we did.
Okay, so you get it once a month.
Oh,
We don't
okay.
get, October's are
Yeah.
not there yet.
Oh, okay, we're not, okay,
Good
yeah,
catch.
thank you for that.
Thank you, good
explanation.
catch. Yeah.
I'd
Yes.
like us to preemptively discuss the issue of some of the points that Paul raised. I think it was Paul, from what I could figure in the reports we received, about the costs that are not being covered, the shortage of funds.
Sure.
Correct.
The drop in choice students and the fact that we're now below 600.
Yep.
So I think we have to look at it with our eyes wide open
Agreed.
now.
Agreed.
We may wind up needing another ad hoc committee.
I would, if it's okay, just I went back and looked at the previous years, and they were lower than 600 for school choice going forward, moving forward in all the years.
Well, I'm lower than 600, but our whole population,
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were talking about
no.
school choice money. Sorry, forget it. Then I didn't say that.
What is enrollment right now?
It was, the last we got was
595.
595. And
Yep.
when you
No, I
add
got it.
up the classes,
But I think we're up, I think my wife told me we have a new kid in high school, so I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
At
was
least
I
told
think,
we
I
got a
think,
couple
I think
more kids.
I think we've netted one since the last report.
yeah.
We'll finalize it for you for
Right,
October
but when you
16th.
look at the totals, the elementary and the middle school, are there things we don't have our eyes wide open about that we need to
That point?
That's a good point.
now?
Okay, Carl, you're up.
Move to adjourn.
Second,
Is that, you want me to say something else?
No,
That was a
What
good
is
thing,
happening
Carl.
down here?
I'm operating on borrowed language.
No, you've gone overdue, you're not worried.
you're
but
already.
move to adjourn is nice and succinct, Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And there was a
And there's
second.
no discussion, Carl.
yeah, I know.
Julie,
Yes.
Miguel,
Yes.
Yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
Jim, Bonnie,
Yes.
Carl,
Yes.
Kim,
Yes.
Arthur, yes.